Hey travel friends, it's Stoof here from Travel SzN. We have a sad update for everyone. This is going to be one of the harder videos I've ever had to make. We had to say goodbye to Zedge last week. We just wanted to let everyone know, our subscribers, friends, and family that watch our videos. We wanted to let you know what happened and also just make this short video to kind of honor his memory and let us remember all the happy times we had with him in his 9.5 years. So Zedge has had numerous health issues throughout his life. He had pannus in his eyes. It's an autoimmune disease, and that's why he wore those sunglasses a lot of times when we went hiking, because those sunglasses helped to block out some of the UV light. So it kind of slowed the process for the disease, but he still had his vision when we were last with him. He also had numerous bowel issues over the last year. So what we did, we put him on like a special diet where Nate cooked him rice and ground beef and vegetables every day for a couple of months until the diarrhea went away, and then we thought he was back on track with his health until Monday of last week. We noticed more blood in his stool, which he hadn't done for a few months, so we were starting to get a little nervous about it. But we took him to the vet the next day, and the vet took some blood work, so they recommended we come back again in a few days. So on Friday, we went back to that vet. They took additional round of blood work, and the results from that blood work showed that he had not regenerated any of his red blood cells, and his white blood cell count was up from the past sample. So he had something going on. The vet then recommended we take an x-ray, and he said that there was a mass in his spleen area. We should talk to the emergency vet about all that, possibly get an ultrasound at the emergency vet prior to any surgery so they can confirm the mass location and the size. So we took him to the emergency vet that same day. They squeezed us in and they did a preliminary ultrasound, and the vet had found a basketball-sized mass in his spleen. We had noticed also the last week that Zedge had been lying down more and not getting up quite as much. We noticed that he would just go lay down in his bed, but other than that, he wasn't as active, but he still had his energy, like, and his spirit. He still wanted to play every day, and he was still eating. He wasn't eating quite as much, but he still seemed very full of life. So we were a little bit thrown off guard. We weren't expecting that to be his last day, but after the emergency vet told us about the size of the mass in his spleen and how dangerous that is for him, how much pain he would be in if that were to rupture, which it could at any moment or any day coming up, we made the really hard decision to decide to euthanize him. And that was the first time I ever had to be present. That is a really hard thing to go through, so if any of you guys have gone through that, I'm sorry as well. But we waited outside. They still have some COVID restrictions, so we weren't allowed to go inside with him until we made the decision that he was going to be euthanized. So we went inside, and they take you into a room with him, and you can have as much time as you need with him. And we both, Nate and I, just kind of sat there on the floor with him, and he kept trying to give us kisses through our face masks because he knew we were both upset and he didn't know why. And we both just wanted to pet him and tell him we loved him. And then they came in and they had the injections, and that was really hard. He was sitting there and I was holding him and petting him, and he just kind of started to lay his head down, and we're just petting him, and then he just slowly just kind of stopped moving. And that was really hard. The vet tells you that it's done, and you just kind of get up and leave, and that is how that goes. And dogs shouldn't die. It's not fair. now I just want to take some time to kind of remember him and talk about some of our favorite times with him. Zedge always loved toys. His favorite toys were always balls. He loved tennis balls, basketballs. He would play in the yard. He just wanted you to come outside and kick the ball for him. Zedge was with Nate before he was with me. Nate got Zedge in 2012 when he got his first job. Spent so much time together. He trained him very well. He socialized him, so he was good with other dogs, great with kids and anyone he met, but still very protective. He was super protective of our house. Zedge is one of the most well-traveled dogs I've ever seen. He's seen probably at least half of the United States from our travel adventures and our travel trailer. He loved getting pets. He loved following me around everywhere that I went. And most of all, he loved making us happy. And now that he's gone, it's just very empty in this house. Nate and I both noticed that we both hear so many more of the sounds happening outside. So we miss him, and it's just there's a void, and it sucks. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry to give you all the feels, but that's what we're going through right now. And at this point, we're not totally sure if or when we're gonna get another dog, but it definitely is very lonely here with just us two. So thanks again for being here. We turned off the comments on this video. We just wanted to inform everyone what's been going on. Have a good day. Bye-bye.